This meeting is being recorded.
Okay.
This is Python's Paradise. This is your host, Greg Gilbert, aka the Python Hyena, straight out of Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. And folks, here we are, March the 10th, 2023. And I have a four-time guest on here today. A magical guest. I've known him since 2017, and I see him at the conventions, either Horror-rama, I've seen him at Frightmare in the Falls. He's always entertaining. And folks, it's my pleasure to introduce for a fourth time, Ryan Brown. How do you do, Ryan?
Good in yourself, Greg.
You know what? I had a good work day. I was under a tremendous amount of stress and depression over the last week, and it got lifted nicely today, thanks to a nice chat I had with a lovely coworker, and I ended up having a good day today, and
Good.
yeah, a lot of that stress left. So I had a good day.
Good.
You know?
Good.
Yeah. So yeah, God is good, you know, and very, very happy to be able to do this tonight, and go do an overnight tomorrow 4 to 12. We've been short staffed. I mean,
I've done the overnight shifts. Yeah, I know what it's like to work overnight, but when you're short staffed, I don't know what that's like. So
well, you know what? We had 8 people call in today and sick, and I'm like, were they sick or was it March break? I hate to doubt anybody, but I was depressed and I showed up. But I didn't end the day depressed. So, hey, there we are, back in the game. And yeah, having a good one. So, magic is in the air. And of course, you are here. And
yes,
how are
sir.
things? How are things where you are right now?
Well, right now I'm in the midst of preparing for numerous, I guess you could call them top secret projects. They're just projects that are not set in stone yet, but these are going to be big advances in what I've done as a magician. Over the next couple of months, I will be going on vacation to Las Vegas, and hopefully that's going to turn out to be a great trip. And I've reached new leaps and bounds with my creative abilities as a magician. I'm creating my own effects now as much as possible, and gathering as much information as possible. I guess you could say I'm pretty much in the studying phase of reinventing a lot of the stuff that I've done in my shows in the past. So,
absolutely. Yep, and of course, it was nice to see you at Horror-rama again last year.
Likewise,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, you met Tom Matthews?
Yes.
I had him on here.
From Return of the Living Dead. I've met him now and Linnea Quigley, both from the Return of the Living Dead, and I have to say that being a magician has provided me with the opportunity to meet some fantastic performers, celebrities, horror icons. So I've been very fortunate that way.
I got him to sign my Blu-ray for Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, you know, which is the film I most know him from, playing Tommy Jarvis. And then I got my hands on Return of the Living Dead on Blu-ray, and I got him to sign that one at Frightmare in the Falls. So I met him at both, and it was
right on.
Yep, and he remembered me, and I don't think he was ready for some of my crass humor, but he went with it. I had a good time meeting him, and he's been on here 3 times, and you know, it was great. I'll tell you somebody else I was so delighted to meet that was Caroline Munro. Wow, I was so stoked when they got her there, you know, and I had her on in 2016 from the Golden Voyage of Sinbad, you know, and I was so happy to meet her, you know, and what an enchanting woman. And of course, so honored to be able to assist Lisa Langlois at another one of these conventions, you know, and Lisa's become one of my very best friends, you know, and yeah. And here's hoping maybe some point this year or maybe next year, at some point here, I want to make that move to Toronto.
Yeah, you've been talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, people at work are like, that's all you talked about since you started work. And I'm like, yeah, well, working at a hospital holds prospects of that possibly happening. So
Yeah, absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. So I'm hoping, very much hoping to maybe to make that happen. But yeah, and I did a video of you doing a card trick there while I was
Yeah,
at Horror-rama, and I usually catch you doing an act while I'm there, so that's always
yeah.
fun.
I've got a few things prepared for our interview here, so um, let me know when you'd like me to start to perform some of the new tricks that I've got in store for you.
You know
I
what?
like the Northern Lights background. The Northern Lights background looks great.
You know what? I've had so many people complain about my messy apartment. You know what? My cat, their Skittles will not clean for me. So I was like, you know what? Okay, let's fake it and let people think I'm
I'm gonna
there.
change camera angles to the close-up pad here. We're gonna change camera angles to the close-up pad. And
Okay.
there we go. Now you can see the close-up pad.
Uh-huh.
Um, we're gonna try something, Greg. What I have with me is a standard pack of playing cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna remove the cards from the box. We're gonna use the top card for this. We're going to use the 3 of clubs. Can you see the 3 of clubs okay?
I can.
Okay, I'm gonna take the 3 of clubs and I'm gonna place it right in the middle of the pad, just like that. In my pocket, I have here a American half dollar. This is an American half dollar coin.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take it, squeeze it, and it's going to vanish
There you
and
go.
reappear underneath the card, just like
Oh,
that.
wow.
So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to place the coin into my hand, just like that. And this time it's going to vanish from the left hand, and it reappears underneath the card, just like that. I'll do this
Wow.
once more. I'm going to drop the card right underneath, or the coin underneath the card. It vanishes. And do you know where the coin is, Greg? Can you guess?
You know what? If I
Can you
should
guess?
take a guess, I bet you it's under the deck of cards, isn't it?
No, it's actually gone. And then we have the 3.5 of clubs. That
Oh.
means that the half dollar added to the value of the card.
I love it.
So we'll try something else here, or we'll try. I'm going to cut to a different card this time. I'm going to cut to the 7 of clubs.
Okay.
So I'm going to take the 7 of clubs, and I'm going to split the 7 of clubs into the 3.5 of clubs and the 3.5 of clubs. Now, if I could fuse somehow both cards together, would that be impressive?
Yeah.
Watch. 3.5 of clubs, 3.5 of clubs. Literally changes into the 7 of clubs, just like that.
There you go.
Well, that's a little bit of some of the new stuff that I'm working on now. I'll switch camera angles here back to the original view here.
Oh, that was great.
There you go. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
some of the new stuff that I'm working on right now. So
Fantastic. I never saw that one before, so there you go.
thank you.
There you go. Yes, absolutely. You gonna perform that one at any of the conventions?
Hopefully, I don't know what the plans are for this year. I've got a lot of tentative gigs right now in the works, so it's hard to say what's going to happen for sure between now and the next couple of months. But I know for sure Vegas is definitely on the plans to go there and vacation there and see. I know I want to see David Blaine's show, and I've got friends out there that are pushing to get me out there and see the shows and have a good time. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I gotta get in touch with Lewis and give him a guest list because I've had people ask me about getting them booked at Horror-rama, and of course I've got no power there, but I can at least throw some suggestions out to Lewis. So
Of
that's what I.
course, yes.
Yep. Yep. so we can get some people out. But yeah, last year's Horror-rama was really good. I mean, I got to meet the creepy ghoul finally, you know, who I've had
Mhm.
on. You were in some of his walk around videos.
Yes, I was. Yes.
Yeah. I.
Speaking of horror, I do
Mm-hmm.
have one kind of horror magic trick that I would love to share with you. Would you like to see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Change cameras back to the pad there. Okay, there we go. Pack of cards.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go through the cards and you can see that they're all, can you see that they're all different? It's a little tricky that way, so we'll do it this way. You can see that they're all different,
Yep.
red and black cards.
Yep.
Just say stop. Anytime you want me to stop, I'm going to riffle from the top of the pack. Just say stop.
Stop.
Right there.
Okay.
That card right there.
Okay.
All you have to do, your part in this, is to remember the card. So I'll bring it close to the camera. Remember that card, okay? Even the viewers at home watching right now, remember that card.
Okay.
I'm going to place it face down in the center of the pack, just like this. I'll place the cards down, and now watch. All I have to do is cause just a bit of magnetic energy or electric energy, and it will start to cause the cards. Oh, one card comes out. What was your card?
It had a single heart on it. That was it. That was it.
Another interesting thing that I've been working on is being able to take standard objects like this key, for instance, and being able to use some sort of electricity to cause the card, maybe some static electricity to cause not the card, but the
Oh.
cause the key to move instead. So there you go. That's another one that I've been working on.
Wow, I love this. You got some new illusions to share. I love that. You've been
Yes.
keeping yourself busy.
Yes, that's super important.
Yep. So what's it like where you are right now? You still got heavy snow on the ground?
We just got a lot of snow today, so yeah.
Yeah. You're probably lucky you don't have a car though, because then they'd ask you to move at a certain point so they can plow. I have to deal with that whenever it snows here.
I'm lucky that I'm not stuck out there without any way home from a gig, or I mean, I'm fortunate enough to be at home right now, enjoying my coffee, performing magic on Python's Paradise.
Yeah, I got a tea. That's what I got. Got some orange pico tea.
Your tea went invisible there for a second because of the background.
I know. Does that. Yep. But no, I'm looking forward to the convention circuit this year. I'm looking forward to seeing who all the guests are going to be, and that's always a lot of fun, you know. I always love Toronto. Every time I go, I look forward to it, and I can't believe how many people here are discouraging me from going. And I'm like, and most of them have never lived there, you know?
Of course, you're going to deal with a lot of that sort of thing when you start to relocate. I mean, I've never really experienced that because I've never had to move from province to province or from country to country or anything like that. So, but you're going to receive some sort of resistance either way, I think, Greg. So, I mean, at the end of the day, like with me, I had a choice. I could follow my dream or listen to others, and I followed my dream, and it led me to succeeding.
Yeah.
To other people's negative opinions about what may be right for my show, what may be right for my tricks, what may be right for my lifestyle. Eventually, I just started to think for myself and realized, you know what? that's all that matters. So I hope that helps you.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I can get a hospital job in Toronto once one of the fish bites. But once I'm in Toronto, it's like, I could do my hospital job, I can still do my show, but there's so much going on in Toronto. I have a better chance of meeting more people that are like-minded in my area of interest, which here
Yeah.
it's a lot harder. There's so much more going on. Like I remember Blood Opera had some kind of video cassette thing where they're raising money, their Facebook a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, I probably would have attended that. I wouldn't have bought any videotapes, mind you, but it would have been just something. I mean, something I just hop into, because it's got people. It's just like with the conventions, you get people that have the same interest as you, and you just feel like you belong.
Yeah, of course, of course. I mean, it's the same thing with me and going to Las Vegas, and that I feel that I belong to the community out there, because of the following and the way that magic is in Las Vegas. It's kind of the magic capital of the world. So all the magicians, the pro magicians, they gather there, they go there, they eat there, they dine there, they jam together there. So that's the way that it is for me. The magic community in Toronto is I feel I can contribute, but I feel I could contribute more if I was in Las Vegas. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm realizing what changes need to be made in my own life too, and
Oh, absolutely.
that's just a part of the journey, my friend.
Absolutely, absolutely. And of course, you performed at Horror-rama, which was a lot of fun. I didn't get
Yeah,
to. Yeah, I went to
we
record
really hit the
your.
energy button on that show. It was good.
Mhm.
It was a good show, and now I'm working on incorporating larger illusions into the production. I'm working on close-up magic. I'm working on, as you just saw, I'm working on new close-up magic ideas. I'm even working on a practical act right now that I'm going to be able to travel with
Mhm.
and not have to worry about, getting a truck to haul 15 illusions. It just is in one briefcase and it plays on the biggest stages. And it's the most practical act that I've developed for traveling. So I've been in the midst of working on that. And also I've developed a serious passion for the visual arts and painting and designing.
Mhm.
I've taken it upon myself to learn how to draw. I've got into horror art. So I drew up Dr. Tongue from Day of the Dead. I drew up Bug from Day of the Dead. I started sketching different things, different portraits, different objects, and started using watercolor paints and realized that I had a gift, and started connecting with artists like Peter Kamani, and sent an email to Alex Gray, and now I'm trying to connect with the best visual artists. In fact, do you know Gary Pullen from the convention?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't meet
really
him,
taken
but
a
yeah.
liking to my work. He's
Mhm.
actually a fantastic comic book artist, and he's taken a liking to my efforts as an artist. So that says a lot right there, and the support's been tremendous. So yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, when you're doing the conventions, what do you find you get asked about the most whenever people approach your table?
Well, if I'm at the table, or if I'm awake performing close up, or if I'm getting ready for a show, the I or is it let's rephrase your question. What's the most common question that I get asked? Period. I
Okay.
think if that answers your question. What is my favorite trick? I get asked that question a lot. Where are you performing next? Can you make my wife disappear? Things like that. I
Well,
get
what
asked.
I guess what I was thinking do you ever get people that try to get you to give up your
Oh, reveal
I
it. Of course, of course. But what I will tactfully remind the viewers at home, and I will tactfully remind you, is that it's not about how the tricks are ever done. It's about why we do it. It's
Mhm.
about why magicians do magic. It's about, for me at least, creating a sense of belief, even if for a moment, you're creating a sense of belief and wonder, and you're taking that person away from their everyday world. For me, magic was an escape, and it always has been so. But now it's transitioning into a way of life. I started listening to Rick Rubin and his creative playbooks, and so much insight in that book, that one of his books there, that I was listening to the other day. So I implement my interests into different things other than just magic tricks, and I think that's starting to show in my work now too. So yeah.
Well, so you're hoping to do Vegas this year?
Well, I'm hoping to travel there and go on a vacation that I haven't vacationed for a few years, so it'd be nice to go on kind of like a magic show, magic trick. Magic trick is not the right word. Magic show based vacation where I get to see my favorite magicians and meet with them and have lunch with them, and that's really the plan. So we'll see how it goes.
Absolutely. You know, it's always fun having you on here. I was gonna see if you had another illusion you wanted to share.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Let me take a look here and see. Okay, I'm gonna prep this while we're chit-chatting here.
By the
Make
way,
sure I've got all the
how
right
are the
color.
dubs?
They're good. I've got a couple of new members of the family joining me tomorrow, so that should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what I have here is a pencil.
Yep.
And trying to think of how I could best present this one. Okay. Do it this way. I want you to think of a number from 1 to 50. 1 to 50. 1 to 50. Don't tell me what it is. Hold it in your mind. And I'm going to try and pick up the very impression of what that number is. Okay. I got the pencil. What was the number that you selected?
You want me to tell you?
You can tell me, yes.
27.
27, you said?
Yep.
And why the number 27?
Well, I was born in 1972, so I just reversed it.
Okay. I've got the pad in front of me here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to switch pages here. So this time, I'm going to make a prediction. This is my prediction here. Pencil goes right here. Now, from 1 to 50, choose one more number. Running out of time.
Okay, I got it.
You can tell me the number again?
The new number?
Yes.
I went with 17.
17. And why would you choose the number 17?
Oh, 7's just a lucky number. July, born July.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear the page out and fold it up just like this. I'm going to place it in my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. And actually, better yet, what we'll do is we'll do it this way. I don't. The reason why I placed it in my teeth is because I don't want you to think I had access to this piece of paper at all during this conversation. Okay, it's folded up. Okay, I'm gonna place it into my hand now. What if your number was on this piece of paper? Would that be impressive? If my prediction matched your chosen number, would that be impressive?
Yeah.
Really? Would it be that impressive?
I say go for it.
You chose the second number you chose was the number 17.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I don't know if the camera can see that okay.
Oh yeah, it sees it.
17. A bit of mentalism magic there for you.
That was pretty awesome. I remember the time you made the limousine disappear. What was that?
Limousine. You always call it a limousine.
What?
It was
Oh,
not
the
a
hearse,
limousine.
hearse. Oh my
Yeah, and I
goodness,
didn't make it
hearse.
disappear. I made it appear. Yeah, I made it appear in the parking lot of a haunted attraction in Newmarket.
And that was it Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve?
It was for Halloween.
Oh, it was for Halloween. I was
Yeah.
way off. I remember when it happened.
It wasn't snowing, Greg.
My memory there is I do remember you had that big sheet and it was a pretty spectacular illusion. So there you go.
Nobody can find it now. Nobody can find it now. Anyways,
Not even
so
Lewis.
maybe he saved it. Maybe he was smart enough to save it. Who knows?
What about Taya Munster?
She's a part of the Hearst Club here in Ontario. So if they saved it and they found a way to save it, then bless them. Bless them.
I've had
Because
her
like
on here.
realistically, it wasn't my best illusion ever. But you know what? It still turned out to be like that's just my opinion. I always feel I can do a better job, and now that's why we're working on bigger and better all the time. And
Oh, yeah.
sometimes bigger is better, like Penn said on Penn and Teller's Fool Us. So I'm in the midst of putting together some materials to present to Penn and Teller's Fool Us. I'm also in the midst of producing my own illusion show that it will have large stage illusions that will have choreography, dance, movement, theatricals, mime. It's going to have all sorts of different elements, lighting, state-of-the-art lighting. It's going to have contemporary music, brand new costumes, a brand new bird act. Like everything is going to be revamped and ready for the summer in October of this year.
And will we see you back at Horror-rama?
Who knows? I don't know where I'm going to be at that point, so it's hard to say. And there's been a lot of push for me to audition for America's Got Talent. They are interested in helping me with my future, so we'll see where that goes. I got major interest from Canada's Got Talent, and yeah, so there's a lot of interest with the Got Talent circuit right now with my work. I'm not really taking the birthday party shows right now or the side gigs right now. I'm focusing on bigger projects that I can get further ahead with, if that makes any sense.
Yes, it does. Absolutely. Well, Ryan, it was wonderful having you come on here this evening.
Yeah,
and,
I had a great time. If I could close with one trick.
Oh, absolutely. Go for it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see here. Now remember, magic, as I've been reminded, magic is the art of transformation. And it reminds us that anything is possible. There you go, Greg.
You know what? It was great hearing you too on have you been on Scott Helmsreth's show yet?
That's going to be in a couple weeks.
Okay, you'll like him, and of course Anthony Camano. I listened to that episode.
I was on that show. Yeah.
Yep, I've had Anthony on here a couple times. So yeah, it was great that that you got to do those shows, and you'll love Scott. He's great, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you next time I'm in Toronto. It could be this fall, or it could be sooner if I get employed. So we'll see.
All right. Good luck, man. Good luck. It was great being on the show. I had a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed the new magic. And yeah, so
I did. Absolutely. All right. Well, Ryan, you have yourself a magical evening, and
fist bump.
Fist bump. And of course, I'm going to go do an overnight shift.
Enjoy your shift, Craig.
You keep creating some magic while I'm doing my shift.
I will, man.
All right.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Absolutely.
See you later.